Hey everyone, welcome to LHM Spa Day for the Soul. After our summer holiday, Ronald and I are back to share with you wonderful thoughts about different aspects of life. And today we decided to speak about health and importance of health in our life. Hi Ronald, how are you today?
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
As well over here. We are on the different parts of the world. It's morning over there at your place. It's afternoon over here, but still the internet is working for us. And I'm happy to see you again and to do this wonderful show with you again. I hope that our listeners and people who will see this video will be happy. So what do you have to say about health? What are your thoughts about that? And is it really only a medical thing, or there is something more?
Health is complete health is both mind and body and spirit. So we need to and when I was much younger and in martial arts, that's one of the main things of the dojo that I was in, and it had a triangle symbol, and it said mind, body, and spirit, and I think that's the approach that we need to take to have complete health.
So it's not so easy, actually. It's not just the body, and it's not just we get some kind of illness, then we go to doctor and take medicaments and do that. The point of our show today is actually how to maintain our health from all those three aspects, and how those aspects are connected in our existence, because we are not just beings who are here to live their life and go. We are much more than that, right?
Absolutely.
So how would you connect, for example, that spiritual side with our mind and our body that makes the whole health of our being?
I think that the foundation of spirit is our relationship with ourself. I think that is really the foundation of and our connectedness to spirit, our love of ourself, our ability therefore to love others, and our connectedness. And spirituality brings all of that into play.
So it's actually our heart that makes one of the biggest roles, right? And the way we think, and our mindset and our mind in the connection with our heart makes even more impact on our health. Because if we have a healthy mindset, meaning that we have a positive approach to life, there is much more chance that we will live more healthy and free life than if we have a negative approach. You agree with that?
Absolutely. That's really the crux of that's the crux of health that comes from our life and our lifestyle, more so than what comes from a laboratory or a clinic.
Yeah, so that is very important connection, and actually that is what in Live from Your Heart and Mind you and I are doing, right? Explaining the connection between our hearts and our minds, and how that can impact our life, and how it can be changed. But there is one more point very important, and that is our body, and how we treat our body affects a lot on both those sides, spiritual and our mind side. And it's not just that an illness is a result of not being healthy, but from some aspects, it can be a result from not treating ourselves well. Because if we have a negative approach to life and we don't love ourselves and we have that, negativity that touch all around and complaining and don't seeing the positive side of life, definitely our body will show that in some way. I'm not speaking here about illnesses that are serious and genetical, and if we can affect on that. I'm speaking here about our mindset affecting our heart and falling down into depression or some kind of emotional states that can very much affect all the three aspects in our body. So it's not just fitness, it's not just nutrition, it's much more than that, and we have to be aware of that.
But all of this is linked to any kind of illness, whether it's a mental illness, whether it's a physical illness. Even if there are genetic roots to different illnesses, these approaches can assist in all those situations. There's not really a limitation to how this can apply to almost any kind of health matter at all.
So if we realize that, we actually can affect our health, right?
Yes, we can definitely affect. I mean, I've personally have not thought of this before, and that's what I think Partha Nandi's book that we're going to speak of today addresses the fact that our genetics have a life of their own, and it's more fluid than we think it is.
Yeah.
So it can be affected positively or negatively depending on how we treat our health.
Yeah. Well, the Partha's new book, if you can show it, please, actually inspired us to do this first show of this season. Partha is one of the best professionalists in the world. He touched millions and millions of lives through his show Ask Dr. Nandi. He is a professional medical specialist, and if only I had this book 10 years ago, I would probably not go through so hard and difficult periods in my life. And I wish to tell you my story and why I'm now speaking about Partha's book and why it touched me so deep. Then we will go back and say something about this masterpiece that Ronald is holding and that I, from all my heart, recommend you to have in order to have a healthy life. Ronald, I would like to share that story of mine that happened 10 years ago, and the part of it, and it's not first time that I speak publicly about it, but I really didn't understand the importance and the meaning of what happened to me until I got in touch with Partha's book. And this is like a revolutionary for me who experienced that, and I wish to share that with people so they don't have to go through what I did. So in 2008, I was starting to feel a pain in my chest, very deep pain, physical pain, and I started to lose my ability to practically do anything. I didn't have strength to walk. It happened all very, very fast, and from one very, a girl full of life who finished college and started to work and so on, I became a very sick person. And when I went to hospital, they did a lot of examinations, and they found out that my body was affected with Coxsackie virus. But it was so deep that actually demolished my heart and nerve endings in my feet. So it was a matter of time how much I could bleed more. So it was very serious, and they told me like in a year and a half. As you can see, it was 10 years ago. So, you know, something happened, right? What happened was here and here. And I was led by my intuition because I realized that I don't have anything to lose. And I started to learn about alternative medicine and understanding why my body was attacked by the virus and someone else's body wasn't. So I realized I was exhausting myself a lot in that period. My metabolism wasn't in a good shape, and really there was not cure for that. So my mom and my husband took me to monastery, and they say this monastery has some kind of special powers, but I understood that's a fact of positive energy of the place. And I spent 5 to 7 days over there with monks, eating their food, preparing it like they do, praying every day, focusing on myself. It was the first time in 25 years I focused on myself, and I felt myself inside. Before that, I never did. So that is that spiritual point you just emphasized. I started to feel myself. Then I started to think, what is in my mind? You know, what I was thinking about, and I understood it was all wrong. You know, I was successful, but I wasn't happy. And I needed to change that too. And then I realized, okay, my body needs strength. So I have to give it with fitness and different kind of nutrition. And I went to fitness center, although doctors didn't allow me that. And there were 10 of my friends. Always one of them was with me because I didn't have strength to walk. So I was an ecliptic, and he or she was standing next to me. And then when someone else finishes, he or she comes to me, and the other one goes, you know, to finish there. So I had a group of people who gave me love. And I started to make the puzzle, you know, the puzzle of my heart, my mind, and my body. And it started to work again. As you can see, I'm here. That was the moment when Live From Your Heart was born, when I wanted to show people that they can change their life. And that is exactly what Partha is doing now. Just he's doing that from professional and medical side. And that's why I'm so excited about this book, because I lived that. And I'm here, and I can tell everyone that they can do that exactly as I did. And now Partha is showing the way how to be the health hero. So this is like a miracle for me when I saw this book coming out. And I wanted to give the whole show to this subject and to this book. And to speak especially to you, because you were first person who started the tribe with me, the LHM tribe, the LHM community. And then we encountered the Royal Society and the wonderful things that Brian and Jenny are doing. And we became the synergy, because the people who have positive impact on your life will give you more positive aspects. So you will love yourself, and you will treat yourself well, and you will affect that health. So practically it's all connected. And I am above my head, you know, happy about this, because now people have tools and source how to do that, exactly what I did, and I had no idea what I'm doing. You know, Partha is giving the way now. And as well as you are giving the way to me because of your huge heart and positive energy you're sharing every day. This is the story I wanted to share. And I know you know the little parts of it. I don't know if you know the whole story, but I thank you from all my heart for sharing this with me today with everyone. And I would like to hear your thoughts about all this, because I'm too excited. You know, I have those things. I can pronounce that, but I'm too much excited to speak more about this. I just want to hear what you have to say.
That's a wonderful, wonderful sharing of your life earlier, your experience, and you were being a health hero for yourself, and you didn't know it yet.
I had no idea.
So you were a lot of what Partha has in his book. You were doing much of those same things, and so you and I think that's just spirit working its way in you. But there's a lot of giving people the knowledge of the power they have to shape their life, and expressing how important our choices are in that endeavor. So, you know, it's all health, happiness, it's all related, you know. And that's why I've been excited ever since we came to meet and begin to drive LHM where it needed to go. And I'm excited about Partha's book. I dug into it the very first day I received it in the mail, and it's quite revolutionary. It's you know, just it's very powerful to think that just like our heart, just like our mind, that our genetics are as fluid as, not as fluid like our lives are fluid. Like change can happen. Nothing is set in stone. And things can always be changed. There's always,
as you can see, I'm here.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
And just to me, don't make a confusion. I of course walk again. There's nothing wrong with me. So yes, everything can be changed. And I'm. Can you show the Partha's book again, please? Just
sure.
Yeah, I wish to address this especially to Partha and to thank him for doing this, and thank you, Partha. And I hope you will see our video here, because this is especially for you, and you deeply touched my heart, because I really lived that, and we strongly believe in this, and we are happy that now people have the tools that can really make them health heroes and change their lives. We met Partha in the Royal Society of Brian McGill and Jen Young, as well as other incredible people over there. So if you search for a community that can really bring you a positive impact, you can join us with Live From Your Heart and Mind and the Royal Society by Brian and Jenny. We invite you this way. And we are sharing this beautiful masterpiece with you. It's in pre-order. We actually got it pre-ordered. So it's not live yet. It will be on 12th September, and you should get it, because really, if not in this moment, I hope never, but you might need it, and it's better if you know how now than when it become too late. So thank you, Ronald, for this wonderful chat and this wonderful spa day, and I'm so happy we started again with this amazing subject, and we will do this more often now after the summer, share our thoughts and open new perspectives to people all around the world. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
And until next time, ciao.
Ciao.